The last Friday of La Vuelta. Traditionally, you might have thought one for the high ground. Well, this day, 177 kilometres, destination Íscar, was anything but. Caden Groves at the forefront of everybody's minds. Surely a sprint finish. Well, sometimes breakaways have other ideas. And of course, there's the all-important job of making sure that those who are gunning for positions in the overall, even if that happens to be best Spaniard, are in exactly the place they need to be. Remco Evenepoel, eyes upon him, but surely no breakaway for him today, especially with the run to Guadarrama looming large, a day that would absolutely suit him. Sepp Kuss looking nice and relaxed, shooting the breeze with the now cohesive Jumbo-Visma, who look like champions in waiting. And it looks like a lockout of that podium as well in Madrid. Here was your course. Take your pancake, iron it, and you just about get what we're dealing with. No categorised climbs along the way, so no mountains points. A very late intermediate sprint that may well draw some response, and away they set. Well, the pace was very high. I guess the fear of wind was perhaps just guarding a few and making them just think about what might or may not happen. Well, 4 riders went up the road and made a good fist of just staying up there, but the gap was never really allowed to be more than 2 minutes. Clement Davy of Groupama, Paul Laipera of AG2R Citroën, Lebert from Arkea Samsic and Schlegel from Caja Rural, and they were busy sharing duties. But the holding pattern was of course led by Alpecin de Koenig. They wanted to make sure that Caden Groves got himself into a very smart place at the end of the day. Breakaway was caught just as the intermediate sprint loomed large, and question marks as to whether Remco Evenepoel would get himself up to challenge Caden Groves in that green jersey competition proved to be unfounded. The sprint came, the sprint went. Caden Groves came home in second place, behind Clement Davy of Groupama France-Ségur, and then Samuel Battistella thought, well, you know what, we haven't done much Astana within this race, I may go long. Well, it was a long shot that came to naught. We were all gathered, waiting for the big turn, coming at 2.3 kilometres to go, a right-hander that essentially would lead us to a wide-open highway and surely a sprint finish. Well, sometimes wide-open roads offer up too many opportunities for movement within the pack, and that's precisely what we got. Big crash towards the front, collecting, well, too many, including Caden Groves, who went for a jog. Unclipping just before the incident, the bike was swept underneath him, but he remained uninjured and went back to check on everybody else. Well, DSM seemed to be the team that were most hobbled by it. Up front, well, there was a sprint to be won. EF Education Easy Post were trying to tee up Marijn van den Berg in the pink jerseys, but it was this man, Filippo Ganna, who went for it, challenged by Ivan Garcia, and then out of absolutely nowhere, missing a lead-out train, doing a fabulous job, Dainese took the day. Italians 1, 2 and 4, and you not only win, you get a hug from Romain Bardet as well. How nice was that? Well, not nice for these guys, I'm afraid. And even those who were bloodied but unbowed, the news of victory, at least for DSM, came as an amazing plaster upon their wounds. Well, it was a great drag race by Filippo Ganna. He thought he'd got it. In fact, so did many people. But in the end, it was about 3/4 of a bike length that Dainese had it, paying his team back for all their faith. The team, of course, he's leaving at the end of the season. Still has another chance in Madrid as well. Dainese ahead of Ganna, Van den Berg, Kimolai, Ivan Garcia Cortina, Balustrade, Luisaski, Hofstetter, Barcello and Koch. Sepp Kuss getting the cuddles from family and friends. Champion in waiting. Well, he looks nice and relaxed. He leads Jonas Vingegaard, who will not be challenging him, by 17 seconds. Primož Roglic likewise at 1 minute and 8. Ayuso best of the Spaniards. Landa and Mas will possibly have something to say about that tomorrow. Meanwhile, Caden Groves, courtesy of that intermediate sprint, looks secure in the green jersey. It's an enormous margin that he has over Remco Evenepoel. We'll see what Evenepoel does in the run to Guadarrama. There is an intermediate sprint along the way, and then of course we still have Madrid. So this is our day. a big one. 10 climbs in total. Built for attacking. Straight out the back door we are climbing, virtually no flat land to speak of at all. A real feast of drama on stage 20 awaits.